I'm not waiting no more.
Facts.
It's just like, man, I come from the struggle, and me, I had to be the one to take the leap. Yeah. I took a leap. Now I got my sister, my mom.
Yep.
You know, I'm telling them about this LLC because my mom, she actually had somebody. She paid somebody to set it up for her. Yeah. But I'm like, Mom, do you know what you're doing with your LLC? Did you get so you paid this man this much money? He didn't even give you a Dun & Bradstreet. What's a Dun &
You know, only thing they do is this. I mean, I ain't knocking nobody's hustle, whatever.
Yeah.
They simply just set up the LLC for you, get your EIN, and that's it. We know that takes 20 minutes to do.
Yeah. You can do that. I did that shit myself.
Yeah, me too.
For $0.
Hey, I went on YouTube, how to do this. Went on the Ohio Secretary page where that is. Put my LLC, got my EIN. 3 minutes later, boom.
So with me getting so I always had my EIN. So I had my EIN before my LLC. Yeah. So when I was trying to open up a business bank account, the bank asked me like, "Do you have this?" And I'm like, "What is that?" She got me to get. Is your business registered? Right. I'm like, "What's?" No, it's not. So she actually assisted me. So it took time Then I came back. We did it, and then I opened up a business bank account. See? And that have helped me out a lot. You know what I'm saying? Saving the money. Yep. Most people get the money, and what they do with it, spend it. No.
Immediately.
Your business is not going to grow if you keep spending the money. You got to say the money is its own person. You got to put that money off to the side and live behind your means and let it grow.
I agree.
You know, so it's just like, man, me, I always been a saver. It's like my mom tell me when I was young, like, Zelle, you used to like get birthday money and put it under the mattress. I always been a saver. You know what I'm saying? If it's coming in, I'm gonna save it. Now, if it ain't coming in, it's like I'm gonna spend it. But if it's coming in, I'm about to save just because I know the power of saving. I know the power of finance. Yeah. And it's really big. Like if you go a year living below your means, don't
just 1 year.
1 year, you have a lot,
bro. I've been doing that since 2018. I graduated college, my nursing degree. I was like, I don't want to do that. You know, I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna take the L of living below my means for a year. Yeah. And boom, I'm about to get ready to move to LA, bro. So you're
congratulations,
right,
man.
Yeah. You already know.
That's dope, man.
But that's true though. People don't want to live below their means. They want to live beyond their means.
Yeah. Everybody want to be rich. I don't want to look rich. I actually want to have it.
I was about to say, do you want to? I say you want.
I don't want to look
or be rich.
I want to have that shit. I don't want to look like something. Nowadays, people who look like something don't have it, and I don't want to be like that. I figure that shit. I'm like, I don't want to be like that.
I'm cool.
Yeah, I'm good.
Like y'all do what you do, but I'm good.
Yeah.
You ready to go live?
Let's go live, man.
3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Lavish Journey podcast, or also Creative Talk. I got my brother Zelle over here.
What's going on, y'all, man? I'm in the building, man. I just want to thank you for the opportunity, man. What you're doing right now is creating for others. Most people don't show respect for the people who create. Media is very powerful. Yeah. So I salute you, man. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you, my brother. So before we get deep into the podcast, can you let everybody know out there what you do, you know, your brand, and, you know, the summary, I should say.
Okay, so my name is Zelle Johnson. I'm a photographer out of Cleveland, Ohio. I own a studio called Recognizze Studios. Before Recognizze Studio, I actually used to do interviews for 5 years, create events. Man, I was doing everything, man. Covering events, taking photos, doing videos. Man, it was fun. I didn't shot half of a movie, so it's just like I'm into entertainment. Like when it comes to entertainment, I'm really in it.
Dope. And you said you started 5 years ago?
Yeah, 5 years ago. So I started in 2000. So I actually started in 2000. I started building my website in 2013. Recognizze.
Okay, I got you.
It always, with me, when I create something, it always take a year to create it and bring it out the following year. Yeah. So a whole year, I was building a website on WordPress at GoGoDaddy. Yeah. So I ended up getting the wrong website, messed up. I ended up finding out what I needed to do. I didn't have a laptop at the time. I was doing this at work. I used to work at Cleveland Clinic, Marymount Hospital. So when I was on my lunch break, I was actually building my website. Right. And I ended up building it. I ended up meeting my friend. His name Johnny Lumpton. Shout out to you. Hey. I met him at work. He was saying like, "Hey man, I'm into videos and stuff like that." I'm like, "Man, I'm into doing interviews. Like, let's link up." Right. Me and him we worked in the same area, so he would talk about his movies and stuff like that. Yeah. So me and him linked up. But we can go back. So me and my friend, shout out to Los. I appreciate you. We actually tried to start a recording studio in his basement, and
how was that?
It didn't work out.
It didn't work out. So
I failed.
What happened though? Like, why didn't the recording studio work out? You didn't fail. You learned.
I learned.
We don't use the word fail over here.
All right.
We learned. Go ahead though.
I say we was young. Mm-hmm. We was young, and we fell out on something stupid.
Oh yeah.
I ended up taking out a loan, a personal loan, and got all the equipment. And
hold on, how old was you?
Man, I was like 21, 22.
And they let you take out a personal loan?
Yeah,
I was surprised.
I was working at I was making some nice money. I was working at the hospital, so they seen that I was making the money. So it was like
give them a loan.
My credit wasn't bad at all at the time.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, it was like what, $500, but in the midst of that, I ended up getting the mic. He already had the computer and the other stuff.
Yeah.
So I had an idea, like, man, every artist who come in the studio, let's interview them. Like me, I'm big on stories and stuff like that. So let's interview them. Yep. So that didn't work out, but it led me to doing interviewing. So now I had the website. Now I'm posting people's stories. But at the time, I was taking, hey, you got to do what you got to do. So I was taking people's, so I was doing fashion. So I used to take the pictures and take the, stories and put them in copy and paste at the time. This before I had people who was writers. But when it came to the music, I was writing the stories and posting and stuff like that. This before I had a team.
Right.
So I was just doing what I had to do at the time. Yep. So we started going on Curvatry. We went to a cypher. We did interviews. We was just going everywhere.
Out here.
Yeah, we was really out here. Like, I lost my job. I was broke.
Whoa. How was that experience, losing your job? Wow. A lot of people going through that right now. They lost their job and they're still creative. So how was that for you, though?
Me, it was like, I always say my hard times is my good times. And what that mean is, in my hard times, I'm most creative. I'm out here. I'm having fun. So I was just having fun. I mean, shout out to my fiance, because she was holding it down.
Hey, that's real though. That's real. Got that support system.
Yeah, she was. Man. My girlfriend was holding it down, and my mom, she was helping me out.
Yeah.
So that whole summer, we was just doing interviews, and it was hard. Like, people at the time, nobody was really doing it. So when we was trying to reach out to do interviews, people was like, "Interview? No, I'm good." I'm like, what?
That's publicity.
Yeah, like, do you know, like, interview can help you out. Sharing your story is gonna make people more connected to you.
Yeah.
And you're gonna promote something that you got going on. So
and they didn't want to take advantage of that.
A lot of people didn't. So, but we was at the time we was reaching out to the big people in the city, like Ray Jr. Ray Jr. Ted, all the top people who was popping. So they like, who is you?
I don't get
how you gonna help
like
me?
That, I don't like that though.
They was looking. No, Ray Jr. actually did an interview, but I'm just saying people. We was only why I say Ray Jr. I'm just saying at the top. So we was reaching out to the top. Ray Jr. actually. Shout out to Ray Journey. Johnny ended up doing an interview with Ray Journey.
Oh, good.
But I'm just saying, some top people in the city was like, interview, like, how? So they looking at us like, how we gonna help them? But instead of just taking advantage of the opportunity.
I get you.
Like, an interview is gonna help you, but niggas don't be knowing the game. Like, they just know one thing and that's it. Yeah. And no, it's more than, if you make music, you gotta do more stuff.
I say, I'm not a music artist, obviously, but I interview a lot of. That's why I used to interview music artists.
Yeah.
And I feel that the key to being a successful music artist, besides doing music, is getting out here, going on interviews, going to different shows, doing photo shoots, doing this all different shit with media. Yeah. And they keep on trying to like swerve that. Like, no, you have to do that shit too. You got to get on the interviews. But yeah.
So. It was our first year. Our first year was hard. Like, we was paying to get into events. I was telling Johnny, like, dude, it's going to be okay. Remember this. We going to be, next year we get into everything for free. People going to know us. Let's just keep doing the work.
Yeah.
So, man, a year later, now we get into the garage shop for free. House of Blues. Everywhere for free. Now everybody want interviews. Shout out to Recognizze Studios. He actually opened his door. That's where we was doing interviews at. So while people was recording in the studio, we would do it in his living room.
Right.
And we had that boy going. Like, real talk. Like,
wow.
We had that boy going. Like, I interviewed some dope people. Some people still doing the music. Some people disappeared.
Yeah. That's
but
how it is, though. Yeah.
I had a place to do interviews. And the amazing thing about his space, me and Johnny worked down the street. It was like Maple Heights. He worked down the street at Popeyes. So we had our first meeting at Popeyes, and I'm like, Johnny, it's time to drop the website. He's like, for real? Like, dude, it's time to drop the website. Like, it's really time.
Yeah.
So it was a pool party that following year. Sean Oaks threw it. DJ KY threw that pool party.
Yeah.
And shout out to Sonny. He had the camera, and at the time, we had the camera.
Right.
So I was telling Johnny had the equipment. I'm like, dude, bring the interview equipment. Everybody who come out this party, we about to interview him.
Right.
This fool didn't really want to do it. He like, man, what? Like, he was all wet because it was a pool party. But I'm like, dude, we about to interview everybody. Yeah. Like, let's take advantage.
Yeah.
So we interview everybody. The next day, everybody's like, hey, man, where the video went to the pool party?
Yep.
Hey, man, where the interview?
Yeah.
So you can go to Recognizze on YouTube, and you can find that pool party. Man, that pool party was lit. That was the first day we released our website. Mm-hmm. We released our website. Then it was just everything just took off. Everything took off. It was to the point Shad was like, dude, y'all interviewing too many people. Y'all gonna run out of people because we was Saturday, Sunday, we was doing interviews.
So how do y'all exactly do your interviews? Y'all just walked up to people or y'all had a space for it? Like how do y'all,
So like we'll go to events, network, and ask the artist, hey, do you want to interview? Then Instagram, we reach out to people who do Instagram. Mm-hmm. So, and that's how we met a lot of people.
That's a big market.
Yeah, and we was, when I say we was consistent, man, we was consistent. Like we was doing interviews, covering events, going to shows, and it was so much to do in the city.
Yeah.
In 2000.
So what year is this?
2015. 2015. Ground Shot was popping.
That's a good time.
You still had Heart and Soul popping. You got Dead Logics. So we got art shows, fashion shows. You got all these creators that's creating. It was so much it was to the point people was asking me like, hey, Zelle, what's going on in the city?
Right.
And I'm like, dude, I don't really know. I'll find out stuff last minute.
Yeah.
But it was to the point like now I found out who's creating these events.
Right.
Now I'm like, okay, who creating events? All right, I'm a learn. Yep. So I'm behind the scenes learning how these dudes putting together showcases and seeing how they putting together fashion shows. Wow. And I end up putting together a show at Cultivation Theater, and we packed out like.
So how was the process of putting together that show?
It was chaos, but. It was smart.
Break it down for us though. Like, so to pick, I know I never did a show, but I know it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So did you like call each venue? How do you go about finding venues?
So I was calling each venue, seeing their prices, and so I had a budget.
Okay.
So I wrote down a budget, like.
Yeah, break it down for us so people are listening.
Okay. So I'm good with finance, and I always, like I said, being a saver. So I wrote down how much I'm trying to spend.
Yeah.
So I already found my DJ. It was a new dude. His name was DJ Dreams. Mm-hmm. He was a new dude, so he charged me like $150. The venue, I think they charged me like $500. I think at the time. Though, yeah. So yeah, they charged me $500. So you're
like $650 right now.
I'm at $650. Yeah. So I didn't have to pay the artist. Right. So next thing is buying tickets. So I'm like, do I really want to buy real tickets? Yeah. So what I did is I created my tickets on Vistaprint. Mm-hmm. So these tickets was business cards. Yep. All I did was flip them over, gave them to the artist. So I probably spent we had $650. I probably spent like $7 something.
That's not bad.
And I ended up I tripled my profit. Cause at the time, the artists were selling tickets. But me, I'm not a person. See, I want everybody to eat. I told you, hey, if you sell these tickets, and you sell 10 more, like that's all your money.
Right.
Like sell 10 or 5. Wait, I think like
10
8
or 5. One number.
It was something.
But then the rest is their money. And
the rest is your money. You can have that.
That made people hungry too.
Yeah, like shit. This is my money. I'm about to get this shit going.
Yeah.
So basically, I think it was like 5 tickets. 5 tickets you can perform.
So what if they didn't say? Oh, okay. So I got you.
If you didn't do it, you was not performing. Or you can. A lot of times artists was paying out their pocket.
I like that method you did though.
I ended up see me being behind the scenes. I seen how the game go.
Yep.
But I seen like a lot of artists nobody did that method. Mm-hmm. Me, I'm saying I'm gonna pay you. Mm-hmm. That next 5 is your money.
Yeah.
So reason why I say it was chaos because we came late. We shocked ourselves.
Hold on, wait, y'all showed up late to your own event?
Yes.
How did that happen, bro?
Because my nigga Johnny was trying to get an outfit.
and okay, what time did the event start?
The event had to start at like 6 or 7 o'clock.
And what time y'all get there?
We got there like 30 minutes late. Was late.
Was people outside waiting for y'all?
People was outside waiting.
Well, hey, shit happens.
So at the time, I'm not driving. So Johnny is the driver at the time. At the time, I ain't have a car.
Yeah.
Shout out to Johnny. But I wasn't driving, so we was late.
Yeah.
We was just late. It was too much going on. We was late. And we went in and we was like, damn, this bitch packed. Like, what the I didn't know our first event was gonna be packed. It was to a point they had to turn people around. It was over capacity at the Cultivation Theater. Yeah. I think it can fit like, I want to say like 60 people.
That was an amazing feeling.
We fit like 100-some people. Damn. It was dope though, man. It was like, I couldn't believe it happened, but me, my nerves, like, man, I'm scared. Like, oh, just go right.
Because, when that moment's happening that you've been working towards, it's like, oh, it's actually happening.
Yeah, like,
and the expectations went beyond.
Yeah, I never have expectations. Yeah, my only expectation is to go hard. Yep. If I do my part, that's all I can do. I can't control who gonna come, who gonna show up. That's out of my hands. Yeah. But I can control advertise this flyer every day. Let people know every day. Yep. I can control certain stuff you able to control, but a lot of stuff you not. Like people coming in, no.
So it's all about the marketing, you think?
Yeah, marketing. Yeah. Do your part, and the universe is gonna set you up. God is gonna set you up. And
that's well said.
And it was just like, it was amazing. It made me hungry. I'm like, damn, we could do this again. But I fucked up, y'all. I messed up. So I messed up on I should have re-up. So I ended up paying everybody and paying myself. And like, we ain't had no money to do another event. And that money I should never pay nobody. Only people I should have paid was a DJ. So I gave my homie Johnny his cutback. So if you put in, I'm giving you your cutback. Yeah, but I gave him more. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, we did it.
Like
I'll give you 100. Yeah. Jeremy, you did your part for hosting. I'll give you that. Boom. I was paying everybody. Yeah. But I should have saved. At the time I wasn't thinking.
But you did it though, man.
I did it, but now I understand, like, I wasn't thinking. Yeah. We should have saved some of that money. Mm-hmm. Hey, here go 50, man. Here go, and re-up and did it again and keep doing it in the same spot. Mm-hmm. So I think I did. So I put together 3 showcases. Mm-hmm. My last showcase was Recognizze Fest at the Garage Shop, and that was dope.
When was that? Like, what year was that?
This was,
Recognizze Fest.
I need to get my phone. I'm about to.
You don't remember?
I don't remember.
It was sometime.
It was like 2015. No, 2016.
So how was that fest? No, what was Recognizze Fest?
So Recognizze Fest was. So now we interviewing all these artists. And I'm like, man, every artist I interview, I'm gonna put them on the show. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I build these relationships. The artists, they was down to do it. Yep. The same method. You was gonna get paid, whatever. The same methods. Mm-hmm. Some artists require, like a bottle of champagne or,
Oh, y'all was doing that?
Yeah, I was paying. I was giving dudes champagne, whatever. Paying a little bit. Some artists didn't require that. You know what I'm saying? So with the Recognizze Fest, I did it almost like complex. Mm-hmm. So one day I had all the artists come in and do a photo shoot, and we did like small interview, whatever. Mm-hmm. Man, shout out to Shay Bunny, rest in peace. She was a host. She was a host for that show. She did a good job. Yeah. So I brought everybody. We did photos and we did interviews. Mm-hmm. And Garage Shop, I think they charged me like I think it was 800.
800 still not bad for the Garage Shop though. How long?
This was 2016.
Oh, this is a while ago. It might be a little different.
It was kind of far though. Like I saved a lot of money. Like I was saving like all the money that I was working. I was saving. Shout out to my cousin too, man. He helped me out on it.
Hey,
I had like 2 DJs. It was going, but it was a fight. And one thing about the Garage Shop, especially when it's if you're from the city and it's a fight, it's over with. Yeah. It was to the point like, man, I was so pissed off, man. It was a fight and it just shut down everything.
And the bad thing about that, although you don't bring off that energy at all, when certain people do come to your event, you gotta you can't control everybody, but you gotta just watch who you invite, be mindful. Because it's bound to happen, unfortunately.
And this was it was crazy. It was some baby mama drama.
Some bullshit.
Some females. Yeah. And I was so pissed off. Like,
come on, ladies.
And my family was involved in the fucking fight, too. I'm like, my own family? Like, why is y'all, like, Man, y'all owe me some money, man. Why y'all? I mean, like, come on. Oh, the girl bumped into me. You know how girls petty is. Females be petty, but
but you know we older now. This is a while ago. So now you won't have to deal with that too much. I mean, shit happens, but at this age, like, nah, we got too much to lose.
Yeah. So I was in my young 20s, but so I definitely felt after 2016. So we going off for being nominated for best media outlet Ohio hip hop awards. Yeah.
Congrats.
Thanks.
That's dope. That's
in 2016. Dope. So then after that, all my team members, like, man, everybody just scattered off because they wanted to do their own stuff because they looking at like, dang, I'm helping this dude accomplish his goals and his dream. Yep. But when I brought them on board, they want to do interviews. They want to do video. They didn't really want it. That's all that's what I brought them on board to do. Right. It's all good. Yeah. Just because, I mean, everybody's in your life for years, seasons. And the dope thing about it is seeing the people who I work with expand. Like my homie, shout out to Johnny, shot his movie Life Lessons. I think it's been 2 years now. Almost got it got 500,000 views on it. Oh, okay. Brianna ended up starting her own like fashion boutique. Shout out to 103 Films. Like he actually helped me. He helped me with the camera. Like when we first bought our camera, we did not know how to work it. He was shooting some of our interviews. That's dope. So shout out to him. He ended up doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's a lot of people who was doing their thing. I know I'm missing on a couple names.
They know what's up.
But shout out to everybody who was a part of the Recognizze. Like the whole member, whatever. I don't care what happened. Man, shout out to you. I really appreciate it. But so everybody just scattered, and that just left me like, damn, what am I about to do?
Is that what Recognizze Studios came about?
No, it didn't come about right away. That's when Zelle Johnson came about.
Okay, so let us know about your journey now. Like, how did Zelle Johnson come back with photography and all that stuff?
So the artist that I was interviewing, one artist, he reached out to me to shoot some photos. Yeah. So I ended up taking pictures. I ended up like, all right, I'm about to start doing pictures because I'm seeing that artists pay for videography, photo shoots. At the time, we wasn't making no money. We was making money doing events. Right. We wasn't really making no money for real. It was like a hobby. Right. And think about it. I got a kid. I got my kid. My son is 5, so I'm 20. He about to be 6, so 22. Yeah. I started at 21. You know, like, I'm still young with a kid chasing the dream, but really it was a hobby. And it wasn't paying the bills. See, I always kept a good job that would help me pay my bills and help me invest. So, but now I'm like, man, I'm about to get into this photography, man. The artist is paying for all this stuff. I was already around it. Like, shout out to Marcel. Marcel did our first photo shoot. He was throwing different photography events and stuff like that. So seeing him operate, having his hairstylist, makeup artist, Ash Image. I did like a behind the scenes video for her. So I was around people. Shout out to the Chipotle guy. So like, I was around the right people. Right. So I already seen it. So when it was my time to do it, I already knew the information. Yep. You know, it was going to take me to get better, but I already knew how to present it. I already knew how to run what I was trying to run. Right. So Zelle Johnson came about. I ended up starting a whole new Instagram and really just started diving into photography. And so I shot the movie Life Lessons, some of it. And I just went by my way and started really getting into my photography. So that was, I want to say 2017, 2000. So I want to say 2018, 2007. It was around that time we started shooting Life Lessons. And then I ended up going by my way and really like dived into photography. Shout out to Creative Cage for opening their doors for me. So the girl that I mentor, Couture, I asked her like, hey, where you shoot at? Because, mind you, the studio I was working in, the dude, he ended up catching cancer. I don't know if he's still alive. Hopefully he's still alive. He ended up selling his studio on East 55th of Fleet. That's where everybody used to go. So I didn't have nowhere to go. So I wasn't taking pictures at the time. Then I was at Dead Logic Studios. They ended up shutting down. So I had a membership there. And with Derek and all them, they actually helped manage MGK and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So they opened their doors up to me, and I didn't have nowhere to go. So I asked Couture, like, hey, where you shoot at? She said, Creative Cage. I'm like, Creative Cage? That's like around the corner from where I live at. So I shot there, and I did my first shoot with my girlfriend, fiance at the time.
Yeah.
And
that's your first shoot?
I did my first shoot in the studio at Creative Cage.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
With her, and it went all right. It went a little bit all right, but it just motivated me. And they was telling me like, hey, we got a membership. I'm like, membership? Should I pay for a membership?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm going to pay for a membership. So I paid for the membership. I did a promo video at my cousin's hair salon, and the makeup artist, she was dope. Shout out to Tatiana Touch. She was dope as hell. So I'm like, hey, I got some models. Like, can you do their makeup?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was around this stuff where people had makeup artists, hairstylists. Can you do their makeup?
Using your resources.
So I did, before I got the models, I went to Glow Studios. They had a photography event. Okay. So I was networking. So I had like 20 models. Just one model I had, she did her makeup. Boom, I started taking pictures. That just popped me off. That opened the door for every other female to want to work with me.
Right.
To the point now they seeing my work. Boom. They see it now. They like, dang. Then the way I carry myself, I'm very, very positivity. My vibe, I share information. I'm just open. I'm happy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I started being consistent there. And so, mind you, I'm doing this for 8 months. So at the time, I wasn't really making no money. Of course, I ended up losing my job, like always.
But you know, it sounds like every time you lose your job, though, you grow. It seems like.
Yeah, yeah. So my whole goal is every year to be my own entrepreneur, be self-employed. So I tried to do it again. It didn't work. So now I'm like, man, I ain't had the money to pay Creative Cage, that membership no more. So I'm like, man, fuck it. I quit my job. And I was just down. Like, at the time, I lost my girlfriend, fiance, grandmother, just going through that stage. And, like, it was just tragic. Like, just tragic. So, I was going through bad mental health. Don't do drugs, kids. I did some edibles. And me going through my own stuff, I was just really in bad shape mentally.
Yeah, mentally, yeah.
So, I had a whole year to rebuild my mind, my body. And I started like meditating. I started like getting close to God. I started like just doing like anything that can help me to not have anxiety. Cause I was having like panic attacks. Like,
really?
Yeah. Like you the first one, probably a couple people who close to me know, but I was having bad panic attacks. I was scared, like, you know, fear of dying. And me going to church, I go to Calvary. Shout out to my pastor, Pastor Jordan, definitely a great pastor. I'm shouting out a lot of people.
You know, quick question. I know a lot of people that actually deal with panic attacks.
Yeah.
So how did you learn to, you know, cope with that or find a therapeutic outlet with that? Like, what was your way? Like, what's kind of advice you give somebody out there who's going through some panic attacks right now or anxiety attacks?
Yeah. So with me, I started like drinking tea.
Okay.
And meditating.
Yeah.
Meditating.
What kind of tea? Just curious.
Dang.
You don't gotta look in your phone.
Dang. Cool. Yeah, I ain't like. I'll let you know. I'll definitely let you know everything.
Yeah, I'm just asking people that's listening.
But no, I used to drink stress reliever tea.
Yeah.
I used to. My mom. Shout out to my mom. My mom. She prayed me through. She healed me. My fiance, like everybody who was helping, like healed me. Like I started drinking stress reliever tea. I started like getting into meditation because my fiance grandfather, he always talk about it. Like, you should meditate. I'm like, meditate? Like, who meditate? Like, and it was like, I started like getting into it and just meditating, being calm. What it is with anxiety is you overthink. Also, like being on the internet is sometimes not good. And it's what you feeding yourself. So I was feeding myself a lot of negativity.
Garbage, man.
Like,
I'm hip.
Seeing people get shot on YouTube or just, I was just feeding myself with negativity stuff to the point that having dreams about death and me going through like bad pain. So get back to my girl fiance. Her grandmother had an aneurysm. And me thinking like, dang, you can be here and gone that quick. She didn't know about it. She just, boom. And I'm just thinking like, damn. So when I was having panic attacks and anxiety, like I feel like it was head pressure. Like this shit was real. It was real.
Right.
Like I'm having head. So I would be scared of having aneurysms. And I'm like, I was having it real bad, so I'm not sleeping. I'm scared to sleep because I'm like, if I sleep, I'm gonna die. Like, I was scared, so it was weird. But what I did is stress reliever tea. I started meditating. I started putting God first.
Yep.
Got baptized. I really got into myself.
Yeah.
And I haven't had a panic attack. Also, they was trying to, I went to the hospital because I was going to the hospital.
I already know what
they was trying to give me all that medicine. I'm like, I did my research. Like, this make you worse.
Medicine makes you worse. I went to nursing school, and I learned a lot. Just to say that medicine, for some people, they may need it, but majority of people do not need that. I do not like how once you go in there and say you're going through anxiety or something like that, take these meds.
No.
Like you said, you took tea and you meditate and you got closer to God, and that requires no medication.
Yeah.
That's within. I like that, though.
So I did that, and also photography helped me out. Yeah. Photography is therapy to me.
Yep.
Like, it's a time that I don't think about life. I don't think about nothing. I'm so focused on this shot that you can be butt naked and I'm not like, damn, she look good as hell. Like, I ain't even thinking that. I'm like focused. Like,
I feel it.
I want to literally get this great picture. Yep. So photography helped me a lot. Yeah. Like photography, praying,
was that your
meditating. Outlet? That was my outlet.
Yeah.
Before it was video games, but the older you get, it's something else.
Yeah.
Maybe be liquor or whatever, but I believe in like that shit is not gonna help you out. You get drunk today and you're gonna be feeling the same tomorrow. So like it ain't gonna help you out.
Nowhere. Yeah,
it ain't gonna help you. It's in the mind. So I learned how to control my mind, control my thoughts. So that's what I did, and
that's good.
It helped me out. I started working out, eating healthy. It's required.
It's a big one, and I'm at the. I don't eat healthy at all, but I definitely need to. So I'm starting to feel like my body reacts a certain way when I eat certain shit. I eat Wendy's. When I eat Wendy's, I feel like shit afterwards. I'm like, okay, maybe it's time to eat a little bit healthier.
Yeah, like I started eating healthy. Yeah. I started eating the stuff that helped me build my mind up, brain. I started eating brain foods, like so croutons. I have a box full of croutons, eating nuts on work. Yeah. Drinking a lot of water. So when I was going through this, I was drinking a lot of water, a lot of tea. Yep. Sugar, and if I was drinking liquor, it would make it worse. So, but now it's been 2 years now that I haven't had an anxiety attack. I don't take drugs.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? I learned how to build my mental up, but you see how God works. Like, so I went through this. Her grandmother passed away in 2019. Okay. I didn't have my studio at the time. So I was on my way to getting my studio. So God, he built me for this. Like, he built me to get strong in the mindset. Being an owner is not easy. It's not easy. It's not everybody. It's not what you seen. It's behind the scenes. It's a lot of grind. It's a lot of strategy. It's a lot of learning.
Let them know.
It's a lot of learning. So God blessed me with the studio. So in the midst of getting this studio, I had another studio and I had a partner, and me and him wasn't on the same page. Yeah. So mind you, I'm telling you, we can go back to the old days of Recognizze. I done had people on my team wasn't on the same page. It didn't work out. Yeah. So God put me in the same situation again. I wasn't desperate this time. I'm like, man, this ain't gonna work out. Me and him, we got this space. He want to do something different. I want to do something different. It's not going to work out. So I ended up finding another studio. So it's a person that I was working with in the old days, Recognized. I told her about it and asked her, like, hey, you trying to, be on board? You know what I'm saying? You can have half ownership. You put half. You feel me? She said she didn't have it, so she became a member. And smart. So at the time, she became a member. It didn't work out. She didn't pay her rent. And it was just me. But God blessed me with another person. He stuck with me for 6 months. And in that time, I was figuring out, like, man, what is this studio? What is Recognizze Studio? Like, what is it? Like, I don't know. Me, it's bigger than me. I love creating platforms. I love helping people. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? And it's not all about the money. It's about the impact, So in that time, I was just figuring out, like, what is it? Like, so he was in there. I was figuring out, like, man, a light came up. Ding. Man, Zelle, go back to what you've been doing, man. Go back to what you've been doing. And I started I met shout out to Miles, man. He got me together with marketing, clearing things up, making it clear what I want to do. And one thing he used, shout out to Chick-fil-A, he said, Zelle, because I'm all about making money. I'm a hustler, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So he was like, Zelle, man, Chick-fil-A only sell chicken sandwiches. Don't be doing no money grab stuff. That shit don't last forever. He gave some different examples. And I'm like, Chick-fil-A only sell chicken sandwiches. They sell breakfast chicken sandwiches. They only sell chicken sandwiches. Yep. So basically he was telling me focus on photography. Yep. Focus on photographers. And everything else is going to build around it. So I ended up meeting, shout out to, it's a lot of people. Shout out to Tokyo. So I met Tokyo at Jay Stone's concert. He was my first person to rent out the studio. Dope. So I had members, but then this was the first person that booked the studio. Right. And it just took off after then. So I had the studio for a whole year. 5 months, I went public to the people. Like, hey, I got a studio. I started posting pictures. I'm renting out the space. Right. Whatever. So he was the first one to book. And I knew then, if you sell one thing, that don't mean your stuff is bad. It's just people don't know what you got going on. Yep. A lot of, and then, it's a pandemic. And so in the time I had a studio pandemic, but I come from the struggle. I've been living in a pandemic all my life.
Yeah, speaking of the pandemic, how's it been, having a studio while in the pandemic?
It's like I said, I come from the struggle, so it's all about making adjustments. So one thing about the struggle, my hard times taught me to make adjustments. Mm-hmm. So nothing have stopped. Yep. I never, in my studio, I don't put together events in the studio. Everything is one-on-one, so it's just nothing have stopped. Yeah. I'm a photographer too, so I'm going to make my money regardless. Thanks. So if you book my space, you book it, but I'm going to make money regardless. So I didn't really worry about it. Also, me, keep saying I'm smart. My studio is reasonable. Yeah. Starting off, we want to flex. Mm-hmm. You don't do that. What did they tell us? In your first year, business don't last. Mm-hmm. You know why they don't last? Because they want to get everything.
Instant gratification.
Everything. Everybody want to flex, but I'm trying to flex until I die. Yep. So we not flexing for 1 year. We going to do this until it's over with.
Forever.
So it's just like me. I started small. Mm-hmm. I got something affordable. I didn't have nothing in my space. I didn't know how to paint. I learned how to paint in my space. I'm not paying nobody to paint. The money I'm paying, I can buy some equipment. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So me, I always been a person that I'm going to learn how to do it. Mm-hmm. Why not give myself that experience? If I would have started paying people to record my interviews, I would never know how to work a camera.
Exactly.
Man, so what you doing? So it's just why pay somebody and give them a skill and give them experience when you need to know how to learn how to run. You need to know how to do everything in your business. Yep. If you do not, somebody's gonna take advantage, or you just don't know. So it's just me. I always been the one I'm gonna learn how to do it. Right. I'm not gonna pay somebody. No. Only thing I will pay for is somebody to do a flyer and a logo. Mm-hmm. But everything else, I know how to build a website. I know how to do a lot of stuff. So it's just certain stuff, I'm not about to pay nobody to pay for it. Mm-hmm. Not right now. Starting off, you got to save your money and spend the money wise on the stuff that you need. Yeah. So I came in this space with nothing in there. And it was hard.
Yeah, how was that? Because I remember before the podcast, we talking about how you just said, fuck it, I'm going to take a leap of faith and do this. So when you first did get to the studio, what was your vision for it? Did you expect to rent it out weekly, or do you expect to just do photography? What was your ultimate plan before you got it?
So my first plan was to do what I've been doing, have people do interviews, put together small showcases, small intimate space, because it's one thing about small intimate space, when you starting off, you need that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You can have my bad. You can have 100 people in a room, and since it's not small intimate, nobody know who the hell you are. So if you got 50, you gonna connect to 20 or 30 people. Yep. You know what I'm saying? You got their focus, because guess what? It's small, it's intimate. So my whole plan was to put together events, photography, YouTube and stuff like that. Dope. But it took time. Like I said, it took time to get there, because I'm thinking man, I need people to showcase they can do that. I can showcase I can do photography. Mm-hmm. Then I had somebody hey, Zelle, hey, can I shoot a video in your studio, music video? Somebody shot a music video in your studio.
Yep.
Had my friend like, hey man, come take some product shots in my studio. I'm like, all right, I'll do it. Cool. Boom. I started taking product shots in the studio, so that led to more people who got products to be in the studio. But
that's dope.
It, like I said, starting off, it was hard. It was a lot of prayer because I ended up losing my job in the midst of signing the lease. And I'm like, man, damn. I got to this point. So I already told you one hurdle. So I had another studio on Rockefeller Point.
Oh, yeah.
So I had that studio. We put security deposit. We wasn't on the same page. So I'm like, hey, man, just give me my money back. You can keep the studio. Okay. So that's why, too, it's not good to speak ahead. So I told people I'm going to have a studio. Yep. Didn't have it. So I'm like, shit, I done told people I got a studio coming soon. I got to get on my shit. So now I'm like, damn. So I ended up finding this temp job, and that helped me out. But, man, it was just making enough to pay the bills.
I feel it, man.
And I could not buy equipment. Shout out to my girl. I only had enough to pay rent. I didn't have enough to pay groceries. Like, I only had enough to pay rent.
Yep.
And sometimes that. I had a car note and all that stuff. So, man, starting off, it was hard, man. It was hard. And I'm like, I prayed to God, like, God, if this is meant to be, let me know. Give me a sign. Give me a sign today if this is meant to be. If it's not, I just pack it up. And I haven't looked back. I never worried about how I was going to pay rent. I never worried about who was going to be in the studio. Like I say, man, you got to do your part. If I do my part, it's going to work out. Yep. Eventually.
Always though. Yeah, it takes time too. Like you said, a lot of people, they want that instant gratification. Yeah. I don't know why people, because social media, I guess. I don't know. But it's a process, man. It's a process. But that's really good though. I like how you stuck it out and kept on going through. And now you got a successful studio, man.
Yeah, man. And I still get like chills, like, damn, I got a studio. Like, my cousin came from out of town, like, she a photographer. She like, I'm a photographer now. I want to check your space out. Yeah. I never met this cousin before till today. You know what I'm saying?
It just happened today.
Yeah, it just happened today. It's my cousin party. And come to find out, my cousin only stayed 2 hours. She stayed in Columbus. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, and I showed her the space. It's amazing, man. The space is amazing just off the fact that, too, like, my cousin, he used the space to do massages and stuff. So, hey, if y'all need a massage, ladies, hit my cousin up. You know what I'm saying? So, and he's a felon. Yeah. So, a lot of felons, you can't. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my cousin. He on his stuff. You know what I'm saying? And just open doors to people. Like, I done seen photographers who never knew how to work a light to now they know how to work lights. They know how to take pictures. You know what I'm saying? So it's amazing seeing people grow. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm not a selfish person. I want to see people win.
Everybody, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, this platform, I'm on a platform, but this platform is for us. Mm-hmm. Let's grow. Let's grow this platform. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put myself in a position to give cameras and laptops and, hey, man, let's go out of town. Let's network. You know what I'm saying? So it's bigger than me, man. Like, it's really bigger than me. And I want to thank God just because he let me know. It took time to realize that. Mm-hmm. It took time to realize, Zelle, this is bigger than you. What you doing right now, you're going to help a lot of people out. You know what I'm saying? With the Recognizze, I have helped a lot of people out to accomplish their goals and be on the first time, get an interview, first time performing on the stage. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this platform, Recognizze Studios, it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. And it's just a humbling situation just because, like, man, I sacrificed, and now to see it's all coming through. Like, it's a pandemic, but it don't feel like it to me. Like, it's just, like I said, I come from the struggle. Hustle, you know what I'm saying? You got to make adjustments. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't complain. Like, make adjustments and make it happen, you know? So just maintain. Like, me, I'm going to get it regardless. I'm not letting nothing stop me, and that's just my whole mindset. You know what I'm saying? That's why with you, man, I appreciate you, what you doing. Yeah. And I don't know who watching on live, but, man, appreciate this, man. Like, I appreciate every person who's doing media. Like, appreciate anybody who got a platform. I don't care. It don't matter how small they is. No, like, just do it. Like, you don't know who this person going to be next year. You know what I'm saying? We one interview away. You one show away. So it's just like, give people an opportunity. And that's one thing, like, starting off, man. People always look down. Like, man, you know, like people always look down on people who just trying to come up and learn. Like,
welcome, embrace the process.
Yeah, and that shit motivated me. It's just like, all right, okay. It's just motivation. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm not looking down on nobody.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We all got a journey. We all got a process, and you good at what you do. You just gotta know you good at what you do.
Yep. Don't
compare yourself to nobody else, because if you do, then you look less of a person. And yeah.
You dropping these gems on here, man. I'm about to make a lot of clips out of this whole podcast.
Thank you, man.
I got a quick question for the photographers out there that's listening. Well, for you, so they can listen. So when it comes down to photography, does it matter what type of lens you have for your photography, or can you just get away with doing everything with the kit lens? I started with photography too. That's why I started with
you can. It all depends on where you want to take it, for real. Like, I'm into like beauty shoots, and I want to get into production and fashion. So like, certain equipment do matter, but if you're doing like parties and stuff like that, you know, small stuff, it don't really matter, for real. Like, I'm at a point I can make a good picture. A picture is a picture, you know what I'm saying? No, so don't get that shit confused just because, like, it's all about creativity.
Yeah.
It ain't about quality no more. Yep. Like, before, when I was starting off, it was all about quality. Now it's all about creativity. People now bringing out these Polaroids. People now bringing out film cameras and a cam recorder, where people used to laugh at us having a damn camcorder.
Now people have them now.
So it's really all about creativity. It's really all about what your client want.
Okay.
And what you doing. If you want to get better at what you're doing, you buy better lens.
So what camera do you use? Like, what's your go-to brand?
So right now I got a Canon. I got a Canon Mark D. Yeah, Canon 7D Mark II. That's what I got. I just bought that. I actually had a Panasonic GH4. Mm-hmm. And it was very versatile. Like, I did videos, pictures. I was doing back and forth.
Is Canon your go-to for the pictures?
Canon is my go-to. It's very versatile, especially when you're shooting outside. And
really, I'm a Nikon person with photography.
Yeah. But no, Nikon's is good.
I fuck with Nikon.
Nikon's is good too. But Canon, I started with a Canon. I bought we bought our first camera at Walmart, and it was a Canon. So it was the first camera right there, and we like, hey, let's get that.
Yeah.
So Canon always been an option, and I'm a Canon person.
Yeah. I just got my first Canon last summer. Canon M50. I got the video. It's real good for video, man.
That's good, man.
Yeah, it's real good. But I like how you're doing everything. I like how your whole journey is.
Yeah, it's
like you said, you're already there now. You know, all the struggle, everything you went through, it molded you for this. You know what I mean? So that's why you look at the pandemic like, this ain't shit. You know, I'd have been through worse. So, But this is a portion where I'm going to ask you some random questions.
Okay.
We're going to pull from where this thing is. Oh, shout out to Table Topics. This is not sponsored, but if y'all want to send me some cards in, go ahead.
Send me some cards, man.
All right, let's see. All right, would you rather visit a big city or the countryside?
The countryside.
Pretty much a city or a country.
I say country, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to definitely go to the country. Jamaica.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Why you want to go out to Jamaica?
That's where our people, man.
Yeah, Jamaica's dope. I went out there in 2017. Amazing experience, man. It was good vibes, good food, everything. Go ahead, do what you gotta do. Oh, my brother live just cut off. Go ahead, get that live back going. Hold on, y'all. Give us a second. Go for it. Go ahead, do what you gotta do, for sure. All right. What was the best TV sitcom ever?
Martin
is your go-to.
Martin, man.
Dope.
Martin was a classic.
You know, I'm one person that barely watched Martin.
What?
Yeah.
All the comedians came from Martin.
I watched Jamie Foxx more than Martin.
I watched Jamie Foxx too, but Martin.
Martin, okay, for sure. Martin. All right, we got a few more. Let's see what's next. No, all right, hold on. We already asked that one before. What's on your bucket list? What are 3 things on your bucket list?
Well, I definitely would say I want to become a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Be a millionaire. 2 is definitely want to bring my another studio in the space of Euclid. You know what I'm saying? That's the school I went to give kids opportunities and also a skill so they can make money right now while they're in school. You know what I'm saying? So 3 is to help single, parents. You know what I'm saying? My mom is she was a single parent. And I want to be able to help single parents. I want to be able to put myself in a position to help people. You know what I'm saying? And not just parents, just everybody. And give them an opportunity, a job or something like that. Be able to give cars, houses, You know, just be different. Be the difference in the world instead of the problem. Like, we so like, man, this is the problem. Be the difference. Mm-hmm. Change the problem. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, and it don't cost to change the problem. So definitely,
if there's a problem, there's a solution. Yeah. Always. That's a good mindset, my brother. Appreciate that. That's good. All right. If you only had 5 more years to live, will you change anything about your life?
Oh, hell yeah.
What would you change?
I would say definitely finance, family.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Damn, if I had 5 years, shit, I gotta go hard.
Yeah, you got 5 years left, man.
God forbid.
Yeah, so finance, family.
Finance, family, creating a foundation and just making an impact. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you make an impact, you're gonna live for really. Once you leave, you're going to live forever. Like, I'm going to live through my son. I'm going to live to the people who I influence. You're going to live forever. So, really, I'm not here physically, but I'm going to always live forever. So, yeah.
Well said. All right, let's do one more. That was well said. What do you miss about your childhood?
Oh, shit. What did I miss? I missed the time. I'm 28 now. Like, it went so fast. What about it though?
What about the me personally? I mean, I like my childhood. Where I like now more. I mean, childhood, I get it, but I don't know. I like now more.
Childhood, I wish I could have maybe took school serious. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I wish I would have took a lot of stuff serious because the younger me, I had opportunities. I went to Willoughby Tech School. Mm-hmm. I could have been working, like I ended up working for Lincoln Electric, but I could have worked there at 18. You know what I'm saying? So if I would have took advantage of the opportunity. So it's a couple things I wish I could have did, but you know.
You here?
Yeah.
That's what's up. And going back to what you talking about earlier real quick, people out there that don't know, can you break down some facts about having an LLC and business credit?
Okay. So a LLC, man, it's secure you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look at an LLC as a person.
Yeah.
And it ain't you. You started, but eventually the older the person get, you pretty much go away.
Yeah.
It's like a baby right now. So with an LLC, so I don't know what you have, corporation, sole supplier, nonprofit. It all depends on what you get, but whatever you get, you can definitely leverage it. Mm-hmm. Like I said, it secure you. So once you get your LLC, get your EIN, get your Dun & Bradstreet.
Now, what's a Dun & Bradstreet for the people out there that don't know?
So a Dun & Bradstreet is a credit report.
Bang.
So you need that. So that's how that's how loan places or banks gonna know your credit.
Facts.
Your EIN is just your tax ID number. Mm-hmm. So that's it. But you need that Dun & Bradstreet. You need that.
Yeah, we talked about earlier, a lot of people here get LLCs and that's it. And EIN, but it's so much more to it, and more opportunities to it too. Like you said earlier, a lot of people out here, they don't have to use their own personal money or personal credit to get things. You know, you can simply use that business credit, invest that to your business, double up, and then do your payments, or you can pay off everything at once if you want to. But I believe in using their money. Yeah, I believe in using their money just because you got to think about it. Like using your money, it's gone. Now you got to work hard to get it back. Facts. Using their money is there. So now you got your money, but now you got their money. So how we going to double their money? So we going to triple their money or double their money, give them their money back, and we got this other money, and we going to add that money on. Now you do that. You pay that off. Now you can go higher. But get what you can afford. That's where we mess up at. So if I had $50,000 in the bank account, okay, I'm not getting a $50,000 loan. What I'm going to get is, guess what, a $20,000 loan. So guess what, if I don't make it back, I already have it. Yep. But I'm going to make it back. You know what I'm saying? We going to make it back. So now you made it back. You paid them off. Boom. They out your way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So smart. It's just different ways, but it's just really getting things what you can afford. That's why after we'll talk about net 30, that's something that's going to help you build your credit up. And what I'm doing is getting things I already know I can pay off. They got expensive stuff on there, but... So what's net 30 for people out there that don't know what net 30 is? So net 30 is they basically give you stuff. It's not free. They going to give it to you, and you got 30 days to pay it off. They got next 60s. It's the same thing. They give you 2 months to pay it off. Once you pay it off,
You can pay it off in a week, or you can pay it off a day. I say pay it off a week ahead of time, so it can roll on your credit. So it might take a month to get on your credit,
right?
But if you get Nav, it's a business app, it's a credit report app, and it helps you out. So when banks see that, like, dang, okay, he got a good payment history, because that's how they see your payment history.
Yeah.
With the net 30s, and that's how you get these loans. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to get a net 30 or start a net 30. Most business have it. Like Uline is one. Quill is a net 30. It's a website. It's a couple net 30 places, but them are the two that I didn't already use. Yeah. Uline and Quill, and they are best. So when I was working, I'm like, Uline. This motherfucker did a net 30. This business, but that's smart.
Smart. Yeah.
You ain't got to spend your money right away.
Yeah.
You can get it. You know what I'm saying? Make it and boom. You know what I'm saying? Or you can get stuff for your business already instead of you spending your money.
Yep.
You got 30 days to pay it off.
And that's amazing how there's so many resources and ways to get money out here to double your money. But it's all about the knowledge and the information. But it's out here. Like you said, we went on YouTube, saw him 500, saw a video by him, did the research, and boom, it's there.
Yeah.
So I guess the key to all this, y'all, is just educate yourself. You know, like he just said, look up net 30. You know, look up business credit. Make sure you get your Dun and Bradstreet number to get business credit. Yeah. You know, because everything don't got to come out your pocket. You know.
Yeah.
Finesse.
Yeah.
Well, I got one more question for you. What is 5 tips that you give anybody out there that wants to be creative or start a business or wherever? What's 5 pieces of advice that you give to them?
Me, I say get started. Fall in love with the process. Believe in yourself. Gotta believe in yourself, man. Got to. Like, if you don't believe in yourself, it's not gonna happen. Do your research. And remember, whatever you put in, you gonna get back. Yep. Go hard. You are in control, so just keep going hard, and it's gonna work out for you. Like, it's gonna work out for you eventually. Time is everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Spend your time wisely. Like me, I was up 3 o'clock in the morning studying how can I get a car in my business name? Yeah. Studying about business. Study. Like, I always wonder, like, how is kids smart in school? They take time and study. You know what I'm saying? Stop. It's good to be on Instagram, but use Instagram as your advantage. It's a tool. Use it as your advantage. Like, when I'm on there, I'm hunting for people. I'm reaching out to people. Hey, I got this special package. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Boom. I'm reaching out. Like, I browse a little bit, but I'm actually hunting. You know what I'm saying? Hunting to get more opportunities, get more clients. Facts. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on there just watching people, because
they ain't gonna make you no money or opportunities.
No, they not. They not at all.
I feel it.
Like I said, fall in love with the process. Believe you can. Time wisely. Get what you can afford. Man, it's a lot. Like, some of this stuff is second nature now, just because I've been doing it for almost 7 years, and all this stuff have happened to point now I gotta, like, take notes, like, write down stuff. Like, I have wrote down this how to build business credit up and stuff like that. But
you should get some courses going for our people, man.
Something.
Yeah, I tell people, all this shit's simple. You just got to get your phone up, like how you was recording earlier, post little clips of you giving knowledge about LLCs and business. That one piece of knowledge, man, can take somebody real far. Yeah,
most definitely. Yep. That's the plan. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a plan.
Yeah, you already know what's up.
But I want to show my results. You know what I'm saying? I want to show the results too. So it's coming together though. Yep. Definitely.
It's already here now. So where can they find you at? Social media, website, Instagram? This is the promotion time.
Okay, Zelle Johnson. So ZelleJohnson _ and that's for Facebook. That's for Instagram. I don't have a Twitter. Recognizze Studios, RECOGNIZZE Studios.
Dope.
On Instagram, on Facebook. So that's where you can find me.
I appreciate you, my brother.
I appreciate
you,
man.
Dropping the gems,
Thanks, man. Thank you for this opportunity. Like,
yeah.
Thank you.
And y'all, by the way, he gave me a hat. Y'all see this beautiful hat? And you got these for sale, bro?
Oh, most definitely. He got the exclusive. He got the 101s though. This ain't on no website, so he got the exclusive.
Oh, this is exclusive.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you there, my brother. With that being said, ladies and boys, girls, thank you for watching or listening to Lavish Journey podcast, where we create, inspire, spread greatness. We out of here.
Thanks, y'all.
Post a picture real quick. We good. And I'll see you later, Facebook.